Guys, this is part 4 of our tank game. I'm Chad Close, and we're gonna just jump right in. This is actually going to be probably the last one I do today. It's I've done probably, I don't know, almost an hour's worth, so I'll be done with that. We are going to change our barrel. As you remember, I took off that cylinder collider. I'm going to add that back in. Capsule collider should work fine. Yeah, that works. Over here, component physics, capsule collider. Just go ahead and file save this. File save project. But as you can see, when we shoot, our bullets aren't appearing anymore. And the reason why that is actually, okay. The reason why that is because our bullet spawn is so close that the bullets are just automatically hitting our barrel and dying. So if we just move these bullet spawns out, I should be able to shoot. So there we go. Both work. Perfect. And we're just going to take this tank and we're going to drag it in here, just so we have it as a prefab. We'll make a folder to hold all of our prefabs. More organized the better. So there we go. Next, let's kind of make an arena for our people to play in. So let's just make a new scene. And actually, we're going to open up test scene again. We're gonna make our game controller a prefab and our 2 cameras prefabs. Maybe you can't do it. You have to do it one at a time. One at a time. Alright, so there we go. And yeah, so file save this, file save project, file new scene. And let's just go in and place a plane, and we'll create this plane. We're going to make it a little bigger. Let's make it 2. And we need walls on this now. We didn't have walls before, but we'll make them on this one. You could be making this game arena in, say, a Blender or other 3D modeling. Sorry. I'm just going to create it in this. Just because it's kind of easier, and we can work on graphics later. I definitely clicked the wrong button. We don't need main camera because we have all those other ones. So duplicate this, rotate it around the x-axis 90. So there it is right there. Move it out -10. And this is going to be wall. Duplicate it, rotate it -90. And change this to 10. So there we go, and then we'll just duplicate it again, change this to 0, change this to 90, this to 10, and this to 0, again, do it again, and save the scene as Arena 1. So now if you played it, there's nothing in it. But you can see that we have walls. You could, if you wanted to, you can lower these walls. I think I'm going to, to say -8 is good. So that way, yeah, that should work good. Next, let's throw our tanks in here. Throw 2 tanks in here. And we're going to name one, make one player 2. Throw our player 1 and player 2 camera in here. And assign the tanks accordingly. Get some light in here, directional light. Again, I'm just going to dumb this down to like 4. So there, if we play it, we got these walls here that we can see, and if As you notice, you can't see it, and you can see all of the ones below. You could just make it shorter. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right now, it's not really a concern for me, but it is bugging me, so I'm just going to do it right now. We're going to change Y. I think Y. Yeah, Y. It's 2X. Nope. Change X to 0.1. So as it seems, we can only do like ones at a time. So select that one, select this one. Point 2, 0.1. Raise it up a bunch. 0.5 looks like it'll work. So select the other two walls. 0.1 and 0.5. So there we have it. The thing about that is if you go backwards, you can't see the wall, but it is there. It's all preferences. You could change these to cubes so you could always see them, or you could just get rid of them completely and just have the collider there. It's all up to you. So let's just throw in some obstacles in this game. Throw a cube in, go up on top, maybe scale it up. We'll make it kind of like long and elongated. Maybe duplicate it, rotate it 90. Just play around with your arena. Again, you can make it in a 3D modeling and kind of make it more, make it look better. So I'm just going to get it kind of close to where I want it and then really just center it out. Negative 4.5. Thing with cubes and stuff, it all will fit nicely as long as you have the right numbers in Unity. So there, we have an L shape there. Let's just duplicate these, rotate them some ish. So now we have kind of a different looking wall. Yeah, I like that. Duplicate it, rotate it, I don't know, 0, 90. Got another L shaped here. We'll just throw it, I don't know, over here. So now we got some obstacles in our game. So now if we go and play it, as you can see, you can't shoot through the ones, and I have my cameras mixed up. My tank 1 and tank 2 cameras are backwards, I guess. I mean, what the? Well, that doesn't work. Why are you being so difficult? I ask. Why won't you follow him? Do you not like him? Alright, I'm just gonna switch these and say ha. There we go. Okay. So you can kind of run around, shoot at the walls, and you see the bullets don't. So you could kind of add a little more gameplay. Again, you can make the arenas more complicated. For right now, I mean, we pretty much, I mean, you do have a game right here. It's very low graphics, not much to it. Next, I like making games blocked out like this because you don't have to waste so much time on your 3D modeling, because say you make a game and you're modeling all this stuff and halfway through you're like, wow, this game completely sucks. I don't want to waste my time in model game objects. So if you block it out, get the feel of the game, you can kind of see if you want to keep playing it and whatnot. And as you can see, our health is really low, and that's because we don't have our game controller in here. But I am trying to think of what we should do next. And you know, I don't really know. Save it. Let's kind of make a power-up type of gun that that'll respawn in a certain area of the map, so to speak. So let's just go ahead and first let's make the bullet. So let's just drop a bullet in here, rename it to say bouncy bullet, and then put in our prefabs. We're gonna duplicate our, or we're not gonna duplicate, we're gonna make a new script called bouncy bullet. And then copy all of our stuff for our original bullet, except for we're not gonna have this destroy game object in there. And then we'll just go ahead and attach this script to it. Get rid of bullet. And now we'll just, for testing purposes, we're just going to make player 1 have our bouncy bullet. So we'll just have it play bullet prefab bouncy bullet. So now if I play around with bullet, as you can see, they're not really bouncing. It's really disappointing. Oh, now they're bouncing. They don't really like to bounce though. Why is that? That is because our script, that's why. For bouncing bullet, we're gonna increase this to say 1. So they bounce. And they'll knock around the players more, and they won't bounce still. Well, shoot. That's really bummer. I mean, why aren't they bouncing? One second. Okay, so I got it. If we go to our prefab and to this material, change it to bouncy or rubber. Rubber would probably work. I'm gonna go to bouncy. They will bounce. Pretty cool. So there we go. So now they're bouncing. Oh my god. And the thing with this is they'll knock around the players. It's kind of a weapon, but you can also hurt yourself, as you can see. And if when they hit the player, they kind of, why are they going through the mesh? I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, they're like going through. We'll bring this mass back down to nothing. But so as you can see, they don't disappear when they hit the player now, which is a problem. And we do want them to destroy themselves. So we'll just change a script in here, and we'll just steal this right here. Copy, paste. So if the collision hits something called tank, destroy the game object. Simple enough. But another thing we're going to do is we don't want it to bounce forever. So every time on a collision enter, we're going to do time bounces. We'll just do bounces plus equals 1. And up here we're going to create a variable called bounces equals 0. And on update, if bounces is greater than or equal to 5, we're going to destroy the game object. So We've got an air here. Whoosh. Alright, there we go. So, as you can see, it disappeared this time. And now if, say, we shoot it right here, if it bounces a lot... Okay, well, that's really not working. What's up with that? Select this bullet. Bounces equal 28. If bounces are greater than or equal to 5, it just... Sometimes I swear to myself. Alright, it'll work this time, I promise. So now, as you can see, after a couple bounces, they destroy themselves, which is good. It's not an infinite bouncing bullet. So, okay, well, that works. So now let's go and make it kind of a power-up type of deal. So, on our tank movement script, we're gonna have 2 bullet prefabs now. We're gonna have one being bullet prefab and then bullet or bounce prefab. Do that transform. And then we're also going to do gun equals 1. So the gun is going to decide what bullet we shoot. And yeah. So if gun equals 1, we're just going to create the normal bullet. But if it equals 2, again, watch out for these oh my god, mind blowing. These right here, these bullet variables. So we already declared a 1 down there, so we'll just change this one to 2. And then our set of bullet prefab, we are doing bounce prefab. Easy enough. And we'll just copy all this. Go down here, paste it all. I love copy and paste so much. Change this to 1 and 3. Save that all. Okay, we're good to go there. And then in here, in our tank scripts, we're going to do bullet prefab is bullet, and then bouncing bullet is bounce. And we need to change it on this one. Bouncing bullet, bullet. So now, when we're playing the game, we are shooting normal bullets in our player 1. Let's say I put this to 2. Now we're shooting bouncing bullets. And the thing about this is what it's going to enable us to do is, say we'll have a floating object that if you touch, it'll kind of allow you to get gun 2, if that makes any sense. And yeah, my sound recorder went out again. But that's going to be it for this part 4. Next we'll add our kind of floating avatar thing that will allow you to get gun 2 and whatnot. And I think in the next couple parts it's gonna be more Blender intensive with modeling. We'll probably model a tank, some bullets maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not making any guarantees, but hopefully it'll be more Blender and our graphics will be a little better than blocks, because frankly that's kind of boring. But this is part 4 of this tutorial. Like, subscribe, stay tuned to the playlist. As always, have a nice day.